morning, Rita Wilson.
Good morning, ladies. It's so nice I can't see you, but I know what you look like. So good morning. It's nice to see you.
So so now that you guys have recovered, both you and Tom, tell folks what you're doing because you're paying it forward. Tell us how.
Well, fortunately, we were tested when we got home for antibodies, which we have, which means that we can donate plasma. And Tom has already donated plasma. I'll be doing it next week. It's really incredible to be able to help others who may be suffering from COVID-19 by using our plasma and helping people get better. Hope that works.
So you and Tom are co-chairs, along with Michelle Obama, of When We All Vote, a nonpartisan organization working to close the race and age voting gap. So what are you doing tell us what you're doing to make sure the pandemic won't hinder people from voting in November in the election? I'm very worried about that.
Well, it's When We All Vote. I'm glad that you mentioned it is bipartisan because it really is for Americans just to remember that we have this very valuable right, which is the right to vote. And whenweallvote.org is a place that you can go to get 3 friends to register to vote. And also you can sign up for taking the census. But it's a way to also ensure through your legislators that you can get either mail-in ballots or early voting. Some people want to come in early in person, and a lot of states need to be offering that opportunity to do that. So it's a way to put your voice in that on that petition that will allow you to vote in the way that you feel most comfortable with. You know, we still are in the middle of a pandemic. We're still taking precautions. So some people don't feel comfortable going to a polling place, and we want to ensure that every American gets the right to vote. And if that's by doing it, mailing in, then we've got to make that happen. So whenweallvote.org, go there. All the information is there.
Rita, it's Megan. You recently appeared in People magazine's beautiful issue wearing no makeup, and you looked absolutely gorgeous. After 2 months of isolation, there's a lot of women in the media and in the world that have less polished appearances and are getting a lot of flack for it. What do you make of that?
I'm sorry, you broke up on the last part of that question. Can you just repeat that? Sorry.
Oh, sure. Just that a lot of women are looking less than 100% polished and are getting flack for it. I know the women of The View have been subjected to a lot of criticism because we're all doing our own hair and makeup. What do you think of that?
For listen to your heart, for they're looking less polished. I'm not sure about that. I think that's what you asked, but here's what I would say about that. Wouldn't it be wonderful if everybody could just be themselves the way that we feel most comfortable being ourselves? And sometimes I think that there is a demand or pressure we put on ourselves to look a certain way. And I have found it liberating to, do my own stuff. I mean, like, this is it, what you see is what you get. And believe me, I love my hair and makeup people, but I feel like it's just a way to sort of take a deep breath and say, I accept myself the way I am. And, sometimes I do these live things and I have complete frizz coming off the top of my head. It is what it is, people. We'll be back to our glam squad soon enough, but I don't think anybody should be judged for doing the best that they can to look the best that they can at this time.
Rita, let me help you plug something important for you and for everybody. You say that your new single, Where's My Country, song is a tribute to all the hardworking moms out there everywhere, including your own mother. Tell us about that before you have to go.
The song was written about really the women who are doing the most important work sometimes in our lives. For me, that would be being a mother. And sometimes those women are single mothers, and sometimes they're people who we come in contact with or we don't come in contact with, people who are working in warehouses or offices or factories, or sometimes we're in our own heads and we don't notice that they're the people behind the counter or at the cash register. And I read this really interesting piece in the New York Times, which said that I think 85% of essential workers in America are now women. And I think women have always been those women who have been working behind the scenes. And sometimes music doesn't really reflect the lives of those women and the stories of those women. Sometimes women are idealized in music as being, hot and great and, so sexy. And that's good too. But I wanted to explore writing about the women that are really behind the scenes and making everything happen and raising kids on their own sometimes.
Rita, we want to make sure that you know we're thrilled about the new single. We're thrilled that you came to see us. Come see us again. Rita Wilson, her single Where's My Country song is out now, and you're on The Bachelor Presents Listen to Your Heart's finale, which airs tonight at 7 Central Time right here on ABC. We will see you again, Rita Wilson.